Let's take a look at the screen on the q30. We can see our main ID arc. We can see the shaded in blocks representing 4 on the TID scale and represent our exclude ID. On the top left we can see our volume icon. Underneath we have the battery, which is showing 2 of the segments out of the 4. The small arc is our sensitivity. It has 5 blocks, and as you can see, it's on high. On this side we have a depth monitor, which goes from ground to 7+. Our detecting modes will appear across here, and at the bottom our detecting settings. Let's have a look at the buttons on the Quest Q30. On the left you see the up and down arrow keys. These allow us to navigate through our settings functions. In the centre you'll see the top embossed cog key. That's our power on button, enter settings button and power down button. The button underneath, when held, activates the pinpoint function. On the right we have the accept reject button at the top and our ground balance control button below. We have 2 soft touch buttons on the right hand side. These allow us to adjust the lower one, which is our backlight display, and it's from off to low to high. Above that we have the wireless key, which allows us to control the wireless, which isn't present on the Q30. On the left hand side we have the volume up and down. There are 15 levels of volume, and if we turn it all the way to 0, it activates the vibration function. That pretty much sums up the buttons on the Quest Q30. Let's have a look at the detected modes and the setting options on the Quest Q30. To flick between detected modes, we simply hold down the ground balance control button and use the up and down cursor keys to flick between park, field, beach 1 and beach 2 and gold 1 and gold 2. Along the bottom we see our menu settings options, and if we use the menu button we can highlight the cursor on each menu option. First one we see is accept reject. This allows us with the cursor keys to go up and down through the TID scale, and if we use the accept reject button we can shade in or shade out blocks of 4, allowing us to build our discrimination patterns. Now it's worth noting that if we go into gold, that option becomes a solid disk ID from north upwards, and we lose the notch ability. Back into park. The next one we see is our tones, and in park we get the choice of 2, 3 or 4 tone. In field we get the choice of 3 or 4 tone. In beach we get no control at all, and if we go into gold we get the option to adjust the threshold audio from 0 up to 99. The last one we see is the ferrous, and that allows us to adjust our ferrous sensitivity from 5 to off. It's worth noting that some of these settings are global and they will hold depending on which detecting mode you're in. So to ground balance the machine, you simply hold the ground balance control button down and we get the pump coil option, and if we raise and lower the coil 6 to 10 inches after a few attempts, we'll come up with the ground balance number and the machine will automatically choose it. Now we can do this automatically, or we can do it by manual. If we press it and get the GC result by using the cursor keys, you can go up and down from 0 to 99 and set a manual ground balance. Now there is auto tracking. If we hold down the ground and press the on off button, we will get tracking on or tracking off function. The pinpoint is activated by holding down the pinpoint, moving the coil over the target, and when you get the solid tone it's time to dig. Sensitivity is simply up and down on the cursor keys from 0 to 99, and if we do get EMI interference we can hold down the ground balance control button, and by using the up and down volumes we can go from our frequency shift from 5 down to 1.